I'm Nick Seymour here with the BBA and also Becky Moline with Focus. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to discuss. This is a informal online parents meeting that we're going to have for the Bennington Basketball Association. With the growth of the organization this year, I think it's best to do it this way rather than try to have 600 parents in one room at one time, and maybe even more than that. It might be even closer to 700 parents. So this will be uploaded online to our website. You can find it at www.benningtonbasketballassociation.org. And what I wanted to do this afternoon is just touch base a little bit on what our beliefs are here moving into a new season and a new organization this year, or realigning the organization, so that way all the parents are on the same page before the season starts. The biggest thing that I wanted to mention is, first and foremost, thank you everyone for your support and for your patience. It has been a huge undertaking, but has been reciprocated very well with the city of Bennington. So I look forward for this year and many more years to come. With that being said, I just want to touch base with you guys on what we've informed the coaches of. And what I'm talking a little bit today to you guys about is what I've also instructed the coaches as well. So hopefully you have received the information from your coaches on this, or at least a communication with a coaches and player meeting. If not, I will be instructing everybody to do that this week due to the girls basketball season starting next weekend and boys basketball season starting in 2 weeks. So with that being said, parents, what I'm looking for from you is just major support, whether it's for your kid, either son or daughter, for your coach, for the organization, for the team. And when we go to play other games, let's be the fans that everybody wants to talk about and welcome back versus the fans that nobody wants to talk about. With that being a big issue in the past, not in the Bennington organization, I just know that youth sports can be a little bit hectic, and I want to be proud of what Bennington receives when we walk out of the gym, win or lose. So I've got a little list here of about 10 items that I'm going to talk about. I'll touch base a little bit with those, and then I'll let Becky explain a little bit more into what that's all about. So first of all, see the big picture in youth sports. Youth sports is designed to be fun, and youth sports needs to be fun. And I don't want to worry about what a record is from wins and losses, because that's not what is going to define you in the future when you move on to junior high or high school, or even further for maybe some of the kids that will make it into the collegiate levels. So enjoy the time with your kids and watch them and cheer them on. Try your hardest. This is hard for me and everybody else. Try your hardest to not coach during the child's game unless you are a coach. It's very hard coming from a coaching aspect and also from a parent's aspect when you are trying your hardest to work with the players and the coaching comes from the sideline on the opposite side as well as that. Feel free to be their coach and their cheerleader off the court or away from practices and games. I encourage that 100%. Just let the coaches coach. That would be great. Thank you. With that means learn to bite your tongue. It's not easy to do, whether it's with a coach, a player, a ref, an opposite opponent, but it is just youth sports, and I want it to be fun for everybody. I'll learn and I'll touch base more on this, and all this information will be uploaded on the website as well. Try not to fight your child's battles. I know that's harder at the younger ages, especially 3rd and 4th grade, even 5th grade. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, I'd like to see them be a little bit more independent, being coachable, working their way up, and talking to the coaches themselves. And if there's another issue that you may have, I would recommend you approaching the coach first and then coming back and trying to teach your kids how to approach the coach as well. Supporting the coach 100%. I've said this from the beginning when I started this organization. I support everybody in the organization, but I need to support the coaches the most. They're volunteering their time and efforts, and it's not an easy thing to do to coach basketball. There's a lot of things that people can see underneath the microscope, and people actually get a little bit nervous about doing that, so please support them 100%. I'm against the push method. I'm for 3 4-sport athletes. I want everyone to have time to do what they want during their season. So if you can, I don't really recommend the 60 games a year for the young kids. I recommend fundamentals, skills, and having fun, and let the game come to them with the age so they don't have to have injuries before they can reach their peak. We would appreciate any volunteer to help. So with that being said, I know I'm saying a lot of things about don't do this, don't do that, but still volunteer your time with either the team, with the players, with the organization. It's a huge undertaking, and we really do enjoy doing what we do, but we're going to make mistakes, and so we can appreciate anybody that wants to come in and help us with that. Last but not least, always be cheering your team on and be a fan of even another team. Let's represent Bennington Basketball Association the best that we can here in year 1, and we look forward to seeing everybody on the floor here in the next couple weeks. Becky, that's all I have, so I'll let you take it from there.
Okay, I'm Becky Moline. Like Nick said, I am a licensed clinician here and have a sports psychology certification in mental game coaching. So I talk a lot about being like a performance coach or being a mental game coach for athletes and helping them with their confidence. So a lot of the stuff that I work with the kids on, I also like to talk with the parents about, because parents, you can be a great asset to building and developing a lot of great skills for your athlete, including confidence. So I'm just gonna go over just a couple of tips and then we will post some more in-depth tips of ways that you as a parent can help foster confidence and composure with your athletes prior to the game and then after the game as well. So first and foremost, a lot of times kids with confidence, they confuse confidence with self-esteem. And confidence is basically your belief in your ability to execute a certain skill or to play a certain sport. So it's just plainly that. It's their belief in their ability to play basketball. And a lot of kids will tie that into their self-esteem. So they'll feel like if they don't perform well, that means that they're a bad person. And that maybe seems kind of unrealistic or crazy, but many kids confuse these two. They feel like if they had a good game, that their confidence goes up and they're a good person. They feel if they had a bad game, that that means that they're a bad person. So I really talk with parents a lot about foster that confidence in your child, that no matter how they play, you still love them as a person, and that they are still a great kid and a great athlete, regardless of how they perform. The second tip that I have is really based on composure. So one of the biggest reasons why people come to me is because they can't really keep their composure after a mistake or after they've done something wrong within the game. And so you as the parent are one of the greatest teachers for your kids on composure. So absolutely be a good role model. Keep your emotions in check. Even if you're frustrated with something, if they see that you're reacting a certain way, they start to believe that that's okay for them to respond that way as well. So just maintain that composure and help teach your child that's composure after mistakes is one of the greatest things that makes athletes be successful. The third thing is just not to overcoach your athlete on too much technique or mechanics. So especially prior to a game, if you start talking to them about, hey, remember to do this, remember to do that, it can cause them to start overthinking things. So rather than try to give them any sort of tips on things that they should do as far as their mechanics and technique, really just focus on them enjoying the game and doing the things that go out there, play your hardest. I'll be proud of you no matter what, but don't throw different mechanics in, because then it starts to have them to overthink some of that stuff. So those are 3 tips that I have for you today. Like I said, we'll upload a list of some other ones to go along with the website and on the Facebook page. But you as a parent really have a lot of value and a lot of ways that you can help your child foster their confidence and their composure. So.
All right. Well, thank you, Becky. That's all I have for right now. Again, this will be uploaded onto the website as well as the Facebook page. So I will tell you guys where you can go find that. And good luck and have a fun season. Thank you very much.